Hello and welcome everyone again here to the third episode of my November special here with some interesting live streams, I hope, for all you. And today we have the topic panel making, drawing panels. That's what I want to show you here today. Simbuild UK, hello, nice to have you here. If anyone else is in the chat here, just say hello so that I know you all are here, and really excited to know how I draw my panels usually. So, some words. What will I do now in this stream here? Guys, it will be hardcore today. Grab a cup of coffee, a Coke, something like this. And we will jump into CorelDRAW, and I will start designing a new panel today live. I try to. We will see how far we come in this session. Sasquatchy, I hope I pronounce this right. Hello, Indian Aviator there. Hello again. So I will show you what I will do today. So this is a picture of the overhead here I take as a reference most of the time when I'm making my overhead panel sections. There are some panels already made. You have seen the videos, I hope so. And today we'll make here in the upper right corner the air conditioning panel. Not the most relevant panel, I think, when you start building your Boeing overhead. It's not the first panel you're thinking of, I think. And even if it's just a dummy panel, I think it's okay for your cockpit. But I have chosen this panel here for today because we will come to many of the topics in during panel making. So we have a gauge here, a switch, we have rotary switch, we have annunciators in this panel, and we even have potentiometers here. And yes, I think this can be a useful topic for learning how to make panels. So let's get this chat over here. One moment. Switch back here just to get the YouTube chat here on my side monitor to see who's in there. Yeah, so Squashy, really nice topic for a live stream. Thanks for that from Germany. Yes, I hope I have never done this. I come into this live streaming topics now here, and I think the time is right to start this. So let's switch back here to the screen capturing. I will show you the panel here in the upper corner. I hope I do this. There it is. Oh, I show you the panel right up above here so you can compare what I'm doing when I'm doing it. So I'm starting a new document here in CorelDRAW, and there's the first problem. You have to choose the measurements of this panel. I have taken some measurements before, and this is the first problem where you come in when you are designing panels. Let's switch back again to this whole thing here. When you have a look at this overhead, it's designed in several lines here, and all the panels of every line have the same width. So, for example, when we have chosen a width for this air conditioning panel, then the pneumatic panel and here I think it's a pressurization panel, have all the same width. And so it goes on with all the other columns here. So you have to think about this. When I now take a width of this panel, then it must be the width of all the other panels. And I can't show this you on the monitor. I will try to show this a little bit bigger for you here on the cam. I have drawn already all the panels and sections, not designed them, but I have made my thoughts about how big could they be. And so I was able to design my overhead frame and drill all the holes there. And there already came some changes in. I have to change a little bit here. And so it came quite handy that I start now with this right column here. So back to the work in CorelDRAW. By the way, I'm using CorelDRAW here just because I have made a lot in the last time with it, and now I think I'm a little bit familiar with it. You can make it in any other program you would like to. For example, Illustrator, or you can use Inkscape when you are searching a free product, for example. This can also be very important for many of you using free programs. So Inkscape can be your choice. You just have to invest some time to learn the functions of this program. Most of the programs have the same functionality, but they call it a little bit different, or you can achieve something on a different way, and that's what you have to learn first. So, but now back to the panel. I have made some notes for today. I want to make a width of 144 millimeters. I first thought I would use 145, but I have seen here I came a little bit nearer with my outer frame of my overhead frame, and I don't want to run into troubles could reach the screw holes, right? And so I take a millimeter less. So, and the height will be 150. So there we are. You can also achieve these panel measurements by looking at these screws here. You can't see my mouse pointer. We come back here to this panel. When you look at these screws here, I have read something about this. I don't remember it in full, but these are in, I think in some inches values from each other. And when you know what is the distance of these screws, so you can see here is one, there's another one, here could be another one, but it isn't, there could be another, and there comes another one. Then you can estimate how big such a panel could be. For example, the height. So search a little bit on the internet about this. You will find this topic too, I think. So, Indian Aviator, I like AutoCAD. Yes, AutoCAD. Also, something that can where you can work parametrical, I say. Don't use pixel-based programs like Photoshop, for example. Only if they can give out vector files. And with these vector files, you can then later work in other programs when you want to laser cut the panels later. And so you don't have any loss on the way. So back to the panel. I will get this on the other screen here just for me. So we'll draw an outline first, or I think the gauge. I would start with the gauge here. I have said my gauge will be 50 millimeters, the inner frame. There is a ring around these, and the inner part of the ring is 50 millimeters, the outer part is 54. So you can, in this here, let's make this 4 together, 50. So here we have our first thing for the panel. And the outline will just be a hairline. So I just position it roughly here. We'll see where this will go later. So I duplicate this and make this 54 big. I think here. I will design the full gauge later in another file. Just now in this file to know where everything will be later. So, and now we come to the lines where we have it. Is it this? I always struggle with these lines. I think I use a pen. So just rough. From here to there will be one, and we will go over here, up here in another corner. Let a little bit space here. There will come the screw. Down there we have another screw, and we go over to here. So nearly a finished panel. So now let's arrange this. Here also we will have to make only a hairline. Oh, better. So this point will come. Can we snap it? Snap to document grid. Is this useful? No, but we can. Can we work with this point directly? I think this wasn't the best option to use this pen tool. I think we'll do this in another way. That's what I said. You have to invest time in the program to to reach, no, what I will do here, to reach what you want to reach. So here, oh, one line, and now it is a straight line on the grid here of the document. Okay. Well done, Mikey. Oh. By the way, when you have any questions during my session here, just ask for it. I will try to answer them if I can. I think we will start with this corner here down in the left, the bottom left here. So these two will also be a hairline again, so like this. And now I wonder if I can just make a round corner here. I'm gonna see. Okay, the width of this here will be, I think it's no shame to look at some other panels. Let's open another one here. That's always you have to know in which panel you have done something already. I know here in the bus panel there are these corners. So here it's these corners, and oh, we'll make it more easy. We just take these corners from there, I think. Can we do this? That would be great. And then we can start here in the lower right corner. Ah, there we are. So this corner is, if you would have to draw it from the beginning, it's a quarter circle you can draw, and then 2 lines here. There is the option when you draw a circle in CorelDRAW, then you can say from which to which degrees the circle should be shown, and this is a 90-degree circle here. So I see you can't see this. Let's make this panel. I think I should bring the image down to the right here. I hope it will be better here. Make it a little bit smaller so that you can see what I'm doing here in CorelDRAW. Okay. So now the right side of this copied corner should be at 144, so it is full on the right, and it has a height of 15 millimeters, so the upper side should be at 15, and now it's aligned full on the right here. I hope you can see my mouse. Can you? That would be nice. Can you see my mouse when I'm showing this here? That would be interesting if you can see. Yes, I show the mouse. Okay. So everything is aligned here in the corner. And now I will connect these 2 corners here. Top. There we are. And now back to the other side. Here we have one thing. Delete this and take this corner also from here. Ah, wonderful. You should make yourself a library, maybe a library, with forms that you use often, like these corners here. Bottom at 0. No. Sometimes called the focus jumps out of the field. I want to have it. So these 2 are connected, I hope. Where is it? Here. You can see if to lines are connected, when there is such a gap here, then it is a sign that these two aren't connected. And this can get you in troubles when you want to, for example, laser cut it or CNC cut it later. So grab this here in the shape tool mode, and then go over, and it snaps here to the nut. And it doesn't anything. Because they are not, they don't belong together. Okay. I think I can do this with combine. So again, grab this here and here. And now you can see it's the perfect corner. They belong together now, and they are connected as one line. So when this we will do here, take these two and combine them. Control L is the command. Okay, we should remember this. So connected. So let's connect these here. This should be a hairline. And then connect it here to this nut. Or maybe we... What's a shortcut? Who remembers? Control L. They are combined now, and now they are connected. Oh, some news in the chat here. How many mega do you plan to use in your overhead panel? How many? I don't know how many. Some. I think the one who's most forwarded there in this topic is Carl from the 737 DIY sim, and he has written something about 25 Arduinos. I don't remember if this is only for the overhead. I can't think so. I think it's for the whole cockpit. 50. No, not X here. 50. But how many do I have here? I have it here on my left. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 or 5 I have now. And I think there will 2 or 3 come on top of this. Yeah. So let's say 8. There's the after overhead again. Oh. 8, 10, maybe 10. Let's say 10 Arduinos. 1, 4, 4. So this edge is here, and let's combine these and bring it here. Oh, this works. No problems that were too big until now. I hope this will stay during this stream. Guys, sometimes I'm sitting hours and an evening here to do something, and I can't reach the goal I want, and I hope this won't happen here in this stream. That would be a shame. So, anything else here? Servus aus Wien, Jakob Leb. Hello. SimPilot and Aviator, yes. Yes is for the mouse, I think. Okay, yes. The A330 fan, Alex. Hello. Good evening to everyone. And SimPilot to 2018. Rather than copying each one, just do a mirror and move it. Yes, a mirror. Yeah, a mirror would be. We can try this. Can we? No, we have no left here. Yes, a mirror would be also. Yeah, this is when you are in a working, then sometimes you don't think anymore how could it achieved better. Yes. Patrick Roden tip: make a library of all Bezier curves, gauge layouts, knob, and switch outlines, text sizes. You can then always copy everything and makes it much easier to keep everything the same size. Right. That's it. Yeah. Still, I'm just searching for and copying out of other panels, but right, I just these corners I should bring into a library. So now to the corner of this gauge here. I have to look. I think it has the same shape here at the gauge, only a little bit bigger. Let's say a gap of 1.5 millimeters between the outer ring. So let's make a little bit help. I will copy just temporarily this outer ring here. 54 millimeters it has, and now we say 1.5 millimeter gap, and this makes 3 millimeter more, so 57. Oh yes, and I should make it. I should scale it from the middle. 57. Ah, that looks better. I think this could look right. Maybe. Maybe 2 millimeters. No, it doesn't look. I will get this over here, man. That's something I'm sitting always here, comparing things. This gap here, I think this only is not 2 millimeters here in this corner. 2 millimeters is this ring here. Well, it could be 1.5. I think when I take 2 millimeters, I'm safe if something doesn't fit right. So I take 2 millimeters. So that makes 58. Okay. So now we have to make a straight line from here that reaches this ring here, so we can just pull in a help line, and I pull in a help line here. Help lines can pulled in just by clicking and holding these rulers here. So, and now a line from a little bit nearer here. Yeah, from quadrant here, from quadrant to, it doesn't snap. Okay, well, we'll make this like this for the beginning, and it should be full on the left here. And now we will can we combine this already? I think I have to bring this here first again to the quadrant where it is. There it is. And now we'll combine these two here. What was the shortcut? Control L. So we will round this corner later. And now another line here from the quadrant. When you hold Shift, then you draw a straight line. This is helpful. So upper will be here to 150. So, and now combine these two. Have I marked these? I hope. And bring them together. Good. So now we'll have to connect. Do I have it? I think here in the quadrant. And there it is, the quadrant. So, and now we have to combine these this ring here and the lines. I think it works like this. I don't know. Now I have to delete some parts of this. Does it work? Ah, yes, like this. It looks a little bit... that's too much. Aren't they in the same place? Okay, so now this looks better. And here, this looks good. Okay. So, get rid of these guidelines here. And now this rounded corner. Yes. What radius are these? I think here. Okay. When we look back here to the panel, we see it's not this radius. It's just a small. I haven't rounded these corners on my other panels. I think I will let this be a sharp corner. All my other panels here, when you see this here in the what is this? This heating window heat panel here. These are also sharp corners, and I will let this as a sharp corner as well. Okay, just so that you know what I'm doing here. So anything else here in the chat? 10 would cover all the LED annunciator. 10 would cover all the LED. 10 Arduinos. Okay. Yes. I try to. I don't. Yes. Oh, oops. Concentrate, Mikey. Concentrate. The Arduino question. I don't use dedicated Arduinos for special hardware. So I could use some Arduinos only for LEDs and the other an Arduino just for switches. But I want to keep this overhead as modular as it could be. So I can remove every segment of the overhead. It's just plugged in with a D-sub connector and is controlled of mostly one Arduino, and an Arduino is shared by 2 or 3 overhead panel sections, and so I don't have to search much which Arduino is responsible for the control of some of the segments. So, do you connect backlight to Mega, or is it a separate circuit? That's a separate circuit. It's 12 volt, the Arduino is 5 volt, and I will connect all the backlighting to a dedicated power supply. So, let's go on. What comes next? I think we'll add some text next. Some text, so we can get aware of where anything should be later. So let's keep the layers a little bit organized here. Layer. I don't give names to the layers later. Maybe later. Yes, later. A new layer now for all this text here. So what do we have here? Air temp. And now comes the question of all questions. Which font do we use? I searched really much for a font I can use, and I came out with this here. MS 33558. It's also called a Miltech font. And I think it's the one that meets the letters very good. Futura could also be a font you can use, but I think in Futura there are some parts that aren't right here. What have this done here? Okay, I have to write this again. Just for showing it to you. When you're searching for a font for your panel, You can go the easy way and take the font I use. Maybe I think it's a good one. But you have to look at these letters here. And most of the ends here, they are all rounded. This is something you should look out. Not many fonts have these rounded edges here, and the lines mostly go straight. For example, the M goes straight down here. The W is one letter that doesn't follow this rule, but still here rounded edges. Yeah, that's it. I think they are using the same font here, but I really I really went into trouble when I looked here at where was it? This panel here. What's this? Ah, yeah, you can see it. I don't know if they come from different manufacturers, but it is another font. When you see here, this is, I think, the font what I'm using, this Miltech font here. Look at the 4, an open 4 at the top. And now look down here at the APU panel, a completely different 4. And I think also the 2 is another one here. The 2 that goes straight up here, and compare it to the 2 here. Here we have it, another 2. It's a rounded 2 here, and this is a straight one. So stick to one font, and that's it. I really, until I noticed that they have used some different fonts here. Terrible. So, and again here. Now write it again. Air. What's going on here with the R? Ah, cool. Okay. When you write a small r, then it comes out as an A, and I know why this is. I repaired this font by myself. I can't show this to you now, but this cost me also an evening. I now remember. The D of this font. I don't know who draw this font, but terrible. The D wasn't his best workpiece. I don't know if you have seen a font drawing software. It's like here a vectorized drawing tool, but with no much help. So you click one point by one point when you want to draw a curve like the D, and you can make Bezier curves out of it, and that has happened there. But these curves went like this and make a sharp corner down and up again, and this isn't noticeable. I think you wouldn't be aware of this fact when you just see the D. But when you do something with it, like adding an outline or something like this, or exporting the path to another program, then it does completely crazy things. And it took me a long time until I found out what was the reason for this. So what have I done? I downloaded a free font designing editor, and it just was free because it only saves the first, what is it, 25 letters, I think, or something like this. And I repaired the path of the D, and now it works. And this is, I think this is the fact why the small r, which is on place, I don't know where, comes out as an A. But we don't need small letters, we only need big letters. So again, air. Now finally. Air and temperature? Temp. Don't waste too much fonts. Temp. So, and now the next detail. I'll show this again here to you. Let's go into detail. The distance here. The distance is smaller as the standard distance what the font gives me. So I will reduce this distance. I hope this works for you when I pull in this window from time to time. So how have I done this? I think I go to -40. Have I done this like this? Let's try something different. I think I have done this like this, not this, and where have I done this like so? Ah, yeah. That's it. Better. So air temp and a little bit too big. Big words here I have given a size of 13. Was it 13? I think 13 points. And all the other ones have 11 points. So it goes up, up, up. There's only a small gap to the top. Something like this. Okay. We'll fine-tune this later. And again, I can just copy this so I don't have to add the font and all these things again. Pass cap. This is also written big, or is it? Oh no, this they have just placed this outside. Yes. These are some things where you should really watch out here. I think this P is smaller as this P. This is the 13, this is the 11 point P, and this is the same size as these letters who are inside this. Okay, so it's here the naming of this whole area, I think, like here, trim air. And this has a size of 13 and all these others have a size of 11 points. Okay. Okay, again, pass cap. And the cap should be on the right. So this we can achieve by where is it? The aligning, text alignment. Here, there it is. Oh, to the right. Bam. And 11 I have set. Where we get this? I think the same distance from above. So this here has, let's make round here, 148 millimeters, and so like this here, 48. Oh, okay, like this. Okay, you have it here, trim air. Trim air sits here in the corner, something like there. Trim air, 2 words and again 40. Yeah, there we are. Trim air and 2 other 11 fonts down here. Off. Wow, this is so interesting. It must be one of the top streams today, watching a guy writing off and on. So we'll align these. Aligning these later. or here we have the left. Let's make here 78 and this 2. Yes, there is an aligning tool. I know, I just didn't want to spend the time now finding it. So, okay, just rough where everything should be later. We'll add more text later here then when we draw these lines here. What do we have then here in these 3 other texts? Are this? Yeah, also 13 point texts here. Somewhere here. Cont cap. And on we go. All these caps. Continuous forward cap. And aft cap. There we are. Oh, and now, should I say this already? Or is it a feature for later? Ah, come on, we do this now. Is there anything new in the chat first? So, A330 fan, give me an hour to measure the OEM panel. I said this before. It doesn't give any benefit to me measurements of OEM panels, because I now have my overhead frame and I will design this fitting to my overhead frame. So for all of you, I don't know if I have said this already. You can become a member of my site, and then you can download all these plans I have drawn here and can use them at home to cut out your panels. But these panels will only fit into my overhead frame. And also this plan you can download from my website. So it isn't the original measurement, but you can save a lot of time just downloading these plans and build it like me. So VT, hello Michael, this is Victor Tavares from Cape Verde. I'm late because I keep Saturday. Yes, no problem. I'm here some hours. I hope. I think how long we can stand here. Patrick Groten, font. You can also use your V Gordon medium. It's based on the Gordon font, which was used by engravers. Your Gordon is free. Oh, look. Okay. Yes. So guys, look out for these fonts. I will now stick to this font here, because it would otherwise my panels would differ from each other. Maybe this can work when you use one font for your pedestal, one font for the overhead, for example. This works, but not mixing in one panel section here. So Paragon, can you position the picture of the real panel as a background picture and make it slightly transparent? Much easier to position all your text and cutout holes. Yes, it's yes, this could be an option. Oh, this I don't know if I can do this. This could be an option here, but most of the time it isn't the right angle, I think, and I changed some measurements. I think, yeah, I could think of something like this when you have to arrange much text. Yeah, good idea here. So what was the thing I want to do now? Ah, right. what I have found out was I used this font as it is now, with a thickness it comes as standard. When I engraved these fonts with my CNC, they came out bigger. I wasn't aware of this fact because it looked okay for me. And what was it? Was I have done here this this outline. I will have to zoom in a little bit so that you can see the effect. Even if I add a hairline, the font will become a little bit thicker. Here you can see this. Hairline, non-hairline. And I think 0.1 millimeter. This is the thickness of the font they use here. And I thought when I export this here as a DXF file, then the outline, the outer shape would be exported, but it isn't. When you export it as a DXF, it always export the inner and original outline of the font. So this here, this is exported. So I wasn't aware of this fact. Now when I look this up in the programs, I see it, but for this time I didn't notice. And because my engraving bit went deeper into the material, the font became a little bit bigger. I thought this wouldn't happen because the program calculates the engraving depth and the angle of the engraving tool. Yeah, but it didn't. I think. So the font, when they came out on the panel, looked as I wanted them to have. Lucky me. Now I think some of you have seen this. I have bought a laser and I made some engraving tests with this laser, and the laser made the font absolutely correctly with the thickness as the DXF file set it to him. And so the font came out thinner. And I was thinking, 2 days, why does it happen and how can I export this here? And there is one trick. I tried really much. I wasn't able to export a thicker outline here, but you can do this in CorelDRAW like this, and I think in other program it works nearly the same. You have to add a contour around. So a contour of 0.5 to the outside, and I say apply. Oh, it's bigger. This looks like the font should look. And now what this has done, it has added a contour underneath the original text. And now you have to right click here and say break contour group apart. And what this does is it keeps the original text. Can we see this here? Ah, yeah, yes, here in the wireframe view. It keeps the original text, what is the inside shape, and the curve of the contour, which is the outside shape. Whoa, the outside shape. And when I would export this, I would export both lines here, which I don't need in my engraving or laser cutting tool or where you use it. So I will make this invisible and hide the inner one. I don't delete it because maybe I want to change something here and I can edit this and then add later a contour onto it. Here, that's a whole trick. And now I think I can add this contour to all the others at once. No, of course I can't. Boah. Normal. Why can't I? This I can, and when I now add another, I can't. Oh, I should have done this earlier. Okay, it remember the values, so 1, but I can remove here, split the groups apart later. Trim, apply. So, and there again it is. This D. Oh, why does this happen? There's the moment that I was afraid of. Have I just marked something wrong? Round corners? No, that isn't. Make it smaller. 0.5. Okay. And this is what I said earlier. When the font isn't designed right, you won't become happy with it. Yeah, from 0.8. I think I will come to this problem later for myself, not to not that you should watch this here. I think this looks good now. Yeah. Okay. So Indian Aviator, between laser and milling, which one do you prefer for engraving? I haven't engraved much with a laser until now. I think for the moment the laser. But it's something completely different. You have to add much more other technique around a laser. You have to ensure that you have an exhaustion fan, so you can suck out all the fume that appears when you are lasering, and working with the CNC is really easy. There's nothing around it, just the material and the router bit, and the laser is much more around. It's much faster laser engraving, but you are not as precise when it comes to engraving to depth, like on the CNC. You can't say engrave this area, for example, 0.5 millimeters deep. A laser doesn't have a z-axis of the tool. It has a z-axis from the bed, but not for the tool. And the only thing you can do is give more power, more or less power, or more or less speed to the engraving. And this is what results in the depth of the engraving. On a CNC, you can say just engrave this with a 0.5 millimeter depth. Yeah, this is something you should be aware when you want to make a decision if you want to use laser or CNC. So let's go on here. Let's go on. I want to cut in some holes now. For the annunciators, here will be 3 annunciators above this continuous caps here. Maybe sometimes I'm thinking a little bit about the text. Is this a little bit too much? I think I will go a little bit less. But on the laser, it looked good. It looked good, better than here on the screen. Yeah, I think we will come to this later. So, yes, annunciators. Have we said we want to make another dedicated text layer? Yes, no, we want. So, new layer. And in this layer, we will place the cutouts here. So, what did I have written down here? Annunciators 25 by 12. Here we are, 25 by 12. I will show this to you in the big picture, on the big picture here. So the annunciators are placed in some different conditions. Here in this panel, or for example, here in the electric panel and here, they stick to the third and the upper panel. I built my overhead from 3 layers, and I think most panel makers do this. You have a bottom panel where all the switches are mounted on, then the middle panel that surrounds all the screws that hold the switches, and the upper panel which have again some smaller holes, so you don't see the nuts of the switches again. Yes, and through this upper panel there sticks these annunciators through, and these annunciators have a bigger head and a smaller body. For example, I think many others too. And so the cutout in the top panel is different than in the middle and bottom panel. And this is what I'm doing here. So this is a big cutout, 25 by 12. So let's make 2 copies of it. I said make 2 copies of it. Or it hasn't. Now I have something different in the clipboard. Oh god. So there it is. Finally. Zip. And there. So these are these cutouts, and then we will need a cutout for the switch, and for the switches, the small cutouts, I will use 12 millimeters. By the way, hairline, just hairline. So 12, there it is. Somewhere here we'll see. Do these also have a hairline? No, they don't. Hairline. Is this also a hairline, by the way? Yeah, okay. So cutouts for the 3 annunciators, a switch, and then here should be a rotary switch, and the rotary switch has also 12 millimeter cutout, so we can just copy this one here. There it goes, somewhere. And now here for the 3 potentiometers, we'll use this 2. 1, 2, 3. So we have to think about, there will be the bottom of these, I show this, and the bottom of these switches here is 25 millimeters, or nearly one inch. I will draw this circle just temporarily to look where this can be placed later here on the panel. And then I will place these off fonts here. And then we should know on which height this hole should be. That is, in this picture you can see it's nearly lined up with this line here, which is at, I think, 15 millimeters from the bottom. So I want to, so I make here another circle, make this 25. Yeah. Mark the center. 25. So, and here you can see we have to come a little bit higher. Even if we, yeah, and this is something that differs from the original panel. It doesn't sit on this line here. It's a little bit higher on my panel. Yeah. So then the off, we have an off here. And we'll place this here. Like this, or a little bit higher, I think. Well, it looks good. I think there where it is. Oh, and now we know how much higher these two ring circles should be later. Something like this. Maybe. Okay. Yeah. So get rid of this circle here, and now we can align these on the same height. Oh, let's come make a round height 21. 21. Oh, all the same height. So let's place this directly underneath here. This has an X value of 29, so we'll this make, I wanted to say make 2 copies. Make 2 copies. Place them here, where we have it. This is 71. Should this be in the middle, by the way? I think this should sit in the middle of the panel. Would make sense to me. So we have 144. 144 divided by 2. Yes, I should have known this. 72, and here we have this and the same y value. Oh, this can make a round value, 4 millimeters. Come on. Here 4 millimeters, and okay, here we have to define the x value again. I think we come to the correct experience later when we design these circles. I don't, we should make this now. So, by the way, something again here in the chat. Patrick Roten, I'm making my panels in Inkscape and used layers. The back layer is then the picture of the real panel. Second layer is the panel layout, and third layer are the texts. Yeah. You should find some workflow that works for you, and separating all these things could make sense. For example, if you want to mark all these things together. So, Indian Aviator, thank you for sharing this input on engraving. I will stick to milling. Yes, that's no shame sticking to milling. I think laser engraving gives me some more opportunities. For example, producing faster, for example, cutting out and so on, and going smaller. For gears, for example, it was a huge change for me. I can now cut much smaller and finer gears than I was able on my CNC. Yes, but there are some more things you have to take into consideration when switching to laser. Perry Groden, I first made a master drawing with a picture of a full rear size panel in the correct size. It's easier to measure the correct sizes of the sub panels. Use this master then as a general template. I made a master drawing with a picture of a full rear size panel. Okay. It's easier to measure the correct sizes. Yeah. Yes, when you using a picture of a real panel as as your masterpiece. I had my cutout of my overhead of my ceiling, and I said this is where my overhead has to fit in. This is the room I have for the overhead, and so I designed my overhead frame, and I made a dummy overhead frame. There's also a video about this, and I used this dummy overhead frame as my template, and also this this drawn picture of the overhead on this dummy overhead frame. I think this this worked for me. It's not in maybe it's way away from an original one. It's near, I think 90% maybe, but that's enough for me, and it worked. It worked until now. Okay. So, look, when I copied the off, it lost the contour. Sure, it lost the contour because I haven't copied this. Okay, we'll solve this later. So, anything else? Now we have to add other things. I think we'll again, I think this is the one which is set. It is at the correct position. And so here I will draw again this knob bottom, and so it's easier to place the other text here. And so I see this forward cup, and these lines, these texts here are too low. They need to get higher, and these texts need to go nearer to the annunciator cutouts, like this. Yeah. So now, next text. Auto. A little bit nearer here. There is an auto above every one of these here. Auto. So what have we said? 72 is the middle. Okay, that's not what I supposed it to be. $72. There, I want to have it. So it can go a little bit more down. It is covered really a little bit from this knob. Something like this. Yep. Okay. Maybe these are, when you look at these roundings of this circle there, they are on the same line on the circle, I think. We'll see this. Okay, now let's try to make these circles. Copy this, and can we make it big? Yes, so like this. And here we can see they aren't on the same circle. They can't be like they are right now. So I think something like this. 30, let's make 30. Oh, this maybe a little bit more. Or a little bit bigger. Let's try this with this first. This looks more right to me. Let's make a copy of this and place this in this center here. Yeah, this seems to be right. Okay, now we come here to the broken circle. The broken circle, and I hope I will do this right. Here at the top you can see some circle options, and this here is a broken circle option. And you have the beginning and the end. Is this right here? This here is this corner, so we have to increase this to what? 180? No, it has to go a little bit more. Let's say 210. Other direction. 150 doesn't look too wrong. So, and the other thing, what do we have? 40? Oh, looks. So what have we here? This is something I don't like here. 240. What do we have here? Let's take the calculator to the side. We have now a 90-degree angle, I think. Yeah, this can be right, a 90-degree angle, but it should rotate a little bit more. So 45 degrees should be on each side. So which is the middle? Where is this? Is this 90 degrees down there? 90 is down there. So plus 45. Yeah, there we are where we should be. So 45. Then we are here at 135. 135 and adds 90 degrees. There we have it. Yeah, this looks right to me. And this has to be a little bit thicker. Can we now here use this hairline? We have to add a contour, I think. All these lines, yes, lines is also a topic. I can again show this to you here. At some points you have lines here like this, and I think here again I have made them 0.7 millimeters thick. Let's control this. Let's open, for example, the window heat panel. where it is. There, window heating, window heat panel. And here we have it. 0.8. 0.8. Okay. Is this the same line size? This here and this? I think it is. Maybe 0.7. A little bit smaller. Let's make it 0.7. No. Close it. Where we are here. There. By the way, save. Sometimes you should save your work. Where I will save this. So save as what do we here? Air conditioning panel. Top. Yeah, most of the time I'm just naming it air conditioning panel then, and the other things air conditioning panel middle and air conditioning panel bottom, for example. That's what you will find in my file packages. So where have we went? 0.7 in the outline. Is this now 0.7? Or is this 0.7? I think I have to make it half. So 0.35. Alex, this looks better. So, and now I should fill this. Give it a filling. Black filling. And now we need these small markings. And again here, these markings. I don't think if I like these here, because they have used other markings here, for example. And when you look at other panels, it are also clearly defined lines when it comes to a rotary switch. I don't know why they used this here. Maybe it's just an old panel. I think I will also use clear lines. Yeah. So we'll make maybe these lines as rectangles. We can also make these, yes, as a rectangle, a filled rectangle with a hairline. So though the thickness will be 0.7, like this other line here. And we bring this over here in this. So how much has it to stick out there? Oops, wrong mouse click. It should be a little bit shorter. Three millimeters. 2.5 looks better. So, and now I will add 2 more. I think some more. Where can we? Maybe here. Or we should stick to the original one, just one more. Then we will do a copy by and rotating this. So the center of the rotation will be, oh, there it is, the center of the circle. So copy, insert, and the rotation will be, how much will this be? 45 is up to the top, so 45 divided by 2, not... the other way. So 45. Oops, no, we will reverse this. So undo it. 45. Like, what is this here? Doesn't work. Okay. When we say here 60, for example, it goes down. Okay. Okay, it is here at a 36. Okay. There we go. It should be a little bit more up here. That's too much. Let's try 310. Not in this direction. 330. Yeah, like this. And now we come to, now we will join these. Should we join these or just make maybe a group? Can we group? Yeah, group this. Group objects. So, and now we can finally make our mirroring. So how can we do a mirroring? First make a copy of this R. Copy and insert it. Transform, where's the mirror? Mirror, position, scale, and mirror. There. Here we can copy, 0, apply. No. Oh, where can we do upper center? Here. This. Yes, okay. And now, oops. More. In Photoshop you can increase this moving speed. So is this right here? I hope. So this is where's the position X. I'm very much calculating things. 55.65 and the center of this is 66. 66, so it is 11.35 away from the center. So 66 plus 11.35. That didn't, okay, yes, I know what was wrong. I should use the outside. So 66 plus 11.35. Okay. Why didn't this work? Now the outside. Now I know this. Yes, okay, again. The center. 57. you can see the values 57.562. 7.562, and the center of the circle is 72. So somehow 14 millimeters away. And now I will do this here, 72, and add 14.438. There it is. Oh, finally. Okay, I think you can achieve this easier, but this is what I was talking about. You have to know how to reach your goal in the software you use, and when you have your difficulties with this, then you have to find some other ways to reach this goal. Just try out. So let's make some copies of this and this here. Oh, first we will group this so we don't have to align this every time again. Group objects. Make a copy, and it snaps to the center. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking about doing now the final positioning of these holes here. What is this here? This that's the circle. Okay, we don't need the circle anymore. So okay, wow, cool. So now the final positioning of these here. Revo truck driver. Hey Michael, good afternoon everyone. Yes, Revo. Finally you're here again. I have waited for you. The one and only truck driver following my live streams. Wonderful. So yeah, so where do I hang? This looks, I think this looks good for me. Also compared to the real panel, this looks really good. What's the distance of these two here? Oh, sometimes I wish there could be an option to measure the distance. I think there is one. I just don't know it. In Fusion you have this. So 72, and this is 29. 72 minus 29 is 43. So we'll just have to position this one here, and so this two at 72 and at 43. There we are. At 115, and there should this go. Okay. So this is here at 29. This also, everything is good. So we can get rid of this here. Okay, some more text to add. The auto. Let's copy this here to 29. At the same height as this. Let's make a round height. 43, 30, 34.5. Come on, let's make it a little bit higher. 34.5. And another one here. Wow, at 150. Perfect. And 34.5. There it is. So the autos, and now we have cold and warm. Let's make a C out of it. This there. So again, when I'm positioning things, I want to show this in detail to you here. So here you can see you follow the line and it goes to this upper circle here of the C. And I want to try to achieve an aligning like this here. So I will, zoom in a little bit. So follow the line, and we will now just add the contour. No, it looks better with the contour. Nero, like this. A little bit higher. Yeah, I think like this. Yeah. Yeah, something I should do too, I don't know. Here, when I go back into detail, here you can see these corners here are rounded too, and my corners aren't. I think I can do this for my own. I haven't done this on any other lines I have drawn. You can do this, but this is the smallest detail you can add. We have to do some other things now first, I think. There are some more important things to do now. So, and just to get finished before midnight today. So, add the contour. I will position them a little bit later. Oh, did I copy the contour now? Cool. Okay, and we will need here. I didn't. This is something I don't get. Here the contour isn't copied. Okay. Make a hello text tool. Make a W out of it for warm, I think. Have I added a contour? Oh yeah. Okay, there it is. And again, aligning the W. Here you can see the line comes here, is above the middle edge of the W, but would go slide here in front of it, not meet it. And so we will do here. Let's try to get the same height as this, I think here. This is 6, oh, let's, come on, let's get 6.5. And here again, 6.5. Ooh, that doesn't look right to me. Yeah, that doesn't look right. This looks better. What would this look with a C? Okay, awesome. 2. Okay. So now we know. Do we know how to? How far these C's are away from each other? Yes, we know. When we compare this it should be the same distance as these two here. 43 millimeters we have said before. So this C here, this is the X value. Copy this here and add 43. Yep. Looks a little bit different to me. Okay. And now this one here. Copy. And add 43. So and now the height should be 6 and this height here too. No, this looks good. Another W. We'll add 43 and it didn't copy the contour again. There we have, apply the contour, apply. Is this the right font size? Yes, 11 points. Okay. And apply a contour, and also here apply. I apply it all. So Patrick wrote, your toggle switch won't fit too close to the annunciators. Yes, I'm aware of this fact. I'm aware of this. Come on. Let's solve this problem now. I was aware of this problem that this could appear. This switch would be too near here. We have to arrange now a little bit. Let's go to toggle switches. I have a spacer for toggle switches, which I use in my for my lighting, my backlighting panels. So. And I have to look this up here. For example, where do I have something like this in the bus panel? Here you can see these spacers here for switches. It's 15 by 32. This is a space I want to reserve for a switch. And here you can see the problem was what Patrick has written about. It would collide with this annunciators. Right. So and now we have to solve this. So how we let's come a little bit nearer. How we can solve this? Let's compare this to the original panel. I think the switch sits a little bit more, a little bit more to the top. Be careful when you mark these things here. When I would here now, I would now start to mark something. You see, I would just pull a line, and I don't know how to. Don't run into this problem here, so I have to mark them separately. I think I just mark now only these two things here. So up, and away. I think this will work. There is a little bit of space calculated because this is the big opening of the annunciator, the small opening, I have made my note here. Annunciator small is 22 by 9. I will draw this here just for you to see this. 22 by 9 millimeters. Zip. Here. This is the body of the annunciator in the middle and back plate of this panel, and so it won't collide anymore now with this switch here. And I think compared to the real panel, I will zoom in here. From the height, this looks right. Okay. So get rid of this spacer here and the small body. Did I copy it? This? Okay. So there will sit the switch, and I think it doesn't sit in the middle. Yeah, I think it's already right there where it is. Let's fine-tune some values here, but yeah, let's go here to not. Yeah, okay. And 6, yeah, I think it's right where it is. So, and are these in the middle here? 72, there should it be. At the same where these here are. I think this was 115 and 29. 29 right above. So, and here the same 29, 72, 115. So you see the panel is developing, and it gets nearer, it comes nearer and nearer to the original. And so it's not a shame. Just start somehow with this with your panel. It will come out good later. And I think just now there wasn't nearly one panel. I don't think so. There wasn't nearly one panel that came out right on the first try when I cutted it. And I noticed some things that didn't work out as I have planned them when I hold the real pieces in my hands. So calculate always a little bit of extra material when you are building your panels. 65 was this here, huh? Right. Well, looks okay for me. The orientation of these texts here, I have made this sometimes a little bit, I think some millimeters up or down. Let's look a little bit. Oh no, the bus panel isn't the right panel to watch here. I think the wing anti-ice panel could be some panel I can look this. So just open the wing anti-ice panel. There it is. Here, for example, you can see it is, and the hole is at 20, and this is such a value. Okay, 5. Okay, it wasn't what I expected. 25, 20. Okay, let's say something between 5 and 6 millimeters up and down. So this is here at 80. So let's try, oh, there it is already, 85.5. And here 74.5. And now align them. Isn't this here? Oh, where's my aligning? There. What's this? Preset? Okay. X is at 280. Bring it a little bit nearer here. I think nearer is good. So 82 and this also. Ah, okay, they are aligned on the left. Okay, then let's make 30. Yeah, bring it nearer. 32 and this 2, 33. Yep. Compared, come on, compared to the big panel, to the original here. This looks. They look a little bit thinner. These here, huh? Yeah. With the contour, I will fine tune. I will fine tune this contour thickness later. Something between 0.05 and 0.1 millimeters. So, okay, this switch sits where it should be. It's labeled. The annunciators are sitting on the right place, are labeled. Wow, wouldn't have thought this would go so nice. Now, this rotary switch here. We again have to draw these circles here. So we'll add a dummy knob bottom of 25 millimeters. Oh God, I should have seen this before. It's again the wrong orientation point, the wrong origin. So this is what it's called. So there it is, 25 millimeters. And now draw a circle around it. And the circle goes near here. Okay. Can I make this? So it doesn't go as high to the letters. Something like more like this, I think. Something. Let's make 44. Okay, let's work with a 44. We'll add some text in it. Then we can, I think, then we can guess the size of the circle. Here we will. It already again copied the text without the contour. I think 0.1 is too much. This is too much. 0.05. Maybe. So this should be somewhere here, somewhere. I think the circle has to be bigger. Okay, I will show you the picture so that you understand my thinking here. So what? There we are. This aft text here. You can see the round bottom of this knob is this circle here, 25 millimeters, and the text fits really gently between this knob bottom and this line. And this isn't what this looks like here. The text size we have to assume is right. So we have to work with this. And whoops, the wrong program. And so I will move this now a little bit away so that it is at the position where I assume it. So I think half a letter size distance, something like this. So again, refer to the original. So you can see the T. Now you can't see menu. Keep focus. So the T is here half the size of the T distance of the knob, and this is what I tried to achieve here. And now it looks to me like the same distance, or nearly the same distance, is here between this outer ring and this A. And this is what we have to increase this circle now. And so that the circle here meets the same shape like here. So it keeps underneath this C and underneath this ground line, I think. It should be underneath this ground line. So we'll have to move the whole knob. Yes, it's a switch, the rotor switch, a little bit down. Yeah, well, of course we have to do this because this was just assumed, this position here. So now make this circle bigger. 50? Yeah, 50. This is what it should be. So and now we bring everything underneath this ground line. To see this ground line, we can use a help line. What is this? At this point, I thought I have added a point there. Okay, but it was just... now I have lost the marking. This, and this, and this. Oh, we're already there. Okay, and now we can see this text. I think it should be on the same. No, it shouldn't. Here you can see it's not. I think it's not the same ground line. It has the same distance from the top, or maybe maybe. I don't know. I think it's good like it is. Okay. So, what do we have here in the chat here? Pedro Lagos, amazing. I'm actually working on a 737-209 home cockpit with real gauges, avionics, and homemade parts. Best regards from Brazil. Greetings back to Brazil. 209. I've never heard this. 737-209. Okay. While you don't give the size using real size X pixel size. Let me explain. You know the knob base size. You go to Photoshop and see the size in pixels, so you will know every size, each part using this. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I understand this here. Okay, you mean I can compare some pixel sizes here? Okay. Yeah, maybe this can work. I'm just having my workflow here. What works for me? Just as I said before, there are many different possibilities to reach your goal here. I just want to show you what I'm doing to come near these panels here. So we have now the position of the switch, and now we have to make again this segmented circles. Oh, I hate this. I hate this, really. And let's show again. Let's have again a look at the original here. This is not on 90 degrees here. It should be on 90 degrees. It's, what is it for a switch? Let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this should be an 8 position switch. So this can be at a 90 degree position. Yeah. So okay, I know. This isn't at the 90 degrees position. It's a little bit more up because a 90 degree position maybe has this R here. Okay. Let's start with these lines here, I think. Yeah, here you can see this line is what should this be? 30 degrees from down here, the 6 o'clock position, 30 degrees to the left here. And I think it is lined up with this line here, but the other one, 30 degrees again and 30 degrees, this isn't aligned with this position here. I think they have done this only to not come in conflict with this text here. We'll see what works out best for us here. Well, okay. Yeah, let's make this. And let's make a copy of this here. A copy. We can make a new one when we need it. This is 50 millimeters. Okay. So segment the circle and the nightmare begins. There's the 0 degrees position, right? No. Again, no. This is the 0 degrees position. Okay, let's make the right one first. Okay, 0 and I think 30. No. 60? Yes. I hate this. Okay, here we have one segment. Let's make a new circle. Don't make a copy of this. I think this will drive our degree values crazy. Hairline. What have we said? 50. So, and now we make the one on the left segmented. So we have said this is 0, so 180 should be no 270, 180. Aha, okay, this is a 180. Okay, we have to subtract, I think 30 or 60 degrees. Minus 30. No, 60. So 120. I don't know. Maybe. And now this here, 270 minus 30, a little bit more. So go to 10. Now this should be more here. And 40 is too much. It goes up to the F here. I think again we should start with these small lines. Okay, let's make a pause on. Let's break this and make something different before. So again, like we have done down here, we need this with a hairline and filled and a height of 0.7. Evidence 0.7. Yeah, I think. So this will be from the middle. It will be covered from the bottom of the knob a little bit and stick out a little bit. So it doesn't matter how much is underneath here. Just let a little bit stick out. I think like this. What's the value? Yeah. Here. Let's be 88. Okay. So one down. What I'm doing now here. So let me show this to you. What I'm doing here. This we have built now. Now one down here, one there, and so on. I think these are always 30 degrees. No, not 30. That's why I'm struggling here. It's not 30 degrees, it's 45 degrees. That's it. So, Pedro, Michael, I sent you an email explaining with images how I give the correct size using the pixel method. Yes, Pedro, excuse me that I don't look at right now, but I will have a look at this, and maybe this can be a good method for future tutorials here. Thank you for this. Corentin, how are you today? Hi, how are you today? By the way, hi from France. Yes, hello, back to France. Bonsoir. So where did we stop now before we send greetings to France? We want to make a copy and turn it and rotate it, right? Not move it. So now we are in the rotating mode, and we can adjust the center, not center of gravity, the pivot point. It's called the pivot point. So, and rotate it 45. Yes, okay, but we should make a copy first and then rotate it 45. Yes, and that's where I want it to be. So another one. I know there must be other tools. Can I say minus 45? There are other tools. I know these from Fusion, where you can make a circle array. Is there something here? A circle array, and you can make these automatically. But I don't want to invest now the time here, especially in a live stream, searching for this. Creating new symmetry. Is it something like this? That's what I call. I don't want to invest the time here. I think there is something like this, yes, but as I have said, sometimes it's faster just doing it like with a method you know, and don't invest too much time in other techniques. I always say what you don't use nearly every third day. That's talking and writing. What you don't use every third day, that you will forget. And yeah, this is something like this here. Oh God, here. Copy, paste. There we are. Does it have such a line? I think it's just covered by the knob. We'll add this line. And minus 45. There we are. So these are the lines. Yes, and now we have here the text. Okay. And now we have something we can orientate ourselves when we are making these circles here. So, and again, it goes up to the F, like something like this here. It isn't the one. There it is. 234, I think. And we'll use this one here. Can we already add a contour to it and still be able to change the degrees? Try. So 0.35 contour, edit, fill it, filled black, and now make a copy of this here and rotate it. Yeah, that's this is what I said. 235 isn't the same angle as this one here. Oh, we can rotate it like here. Moving it. But yeah, this isn't the one we should copy, because we now can't change the length, right? Because with these values we can only stretch it. Yeah, we have to copy one of this or this orientation. So it must be shorter by only nearly 60%, I think, should be left. So we copy this one. 60% I have said. Oh, we can add a percentage. Okay. Width of let's try 4 millimeters. Just eyeball it. And at the center here. Oop. Right. So, and like this. I can see the angle isn't the right one. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. And what is this? Where does this come from? So now we will add one down here. Can't we do this with a guideline? Let's add a guideline. What have we said here? And this goes down. Ah, this is what I thought. We can't change the cutout angle anymore, and we will need this because we have to align it with this line here. Okay, it has become an object. But when we go to the ellipse here, we can still edit it. Ooh. Lucky me. Is this the one? No. This is it must be a bigger value. Something like this. So we'll 45. Let's try to make an angled guideline, 45 millimeters. Angled here, 45. Modify, yeah. And now this is the value where we can orientate ourselves. Like this. Now make a copy of, no, not of this, this here. This is the one we can use. Up to this guideline here. Yeah, something like this. And oh, there we are. Okay. Is this the same we have used here, the same distance? Here, we can go a little bit more in there. Okay, like this. Ooh, okay. Next one. This here we will, to this we will add a contour and fillet. There we have it. So Indian Aviator, thanks for sharing your experience and tutorial. Catch you again on your next live stream. Good night. Yes. Good night to you. How much time we have invested? 2 hours. Oh, okay. Okay, I think maybe we can switch to another topic now. I think you got the sense of what I'm doing here. I will now continue here arranging these circle cutouts, and after this the text. Let's compare it again to the original image here. Oh, come on. Here we are, the original image. Yeah, it's just adding more text. The rotary switch, I think, is at the place where it should be later. And it's only a matter of adding some more labels here. There is space here on the left to add the text. Yeah, that's something I see here. Maybe I can show you this. when you look at this font here, the trim air, it looks like that the top line goes here and meets this corner here, and I'm way off it away. But I think the orientation of this button to the middle of this panel here is also right. Maybe we'll have to add here, move this gauge a little bit also. I think it will work like this. Okay, so we'll now finish the last part here. I think that this thing should be placed right, and yeah, and there's something I always have to keep in mind in my panels. So let's get rid of these guidelines so that I can show this. My frame of the overhead is made from MDF and has a thickness of 10 millimeters. So 10 millimeters on both sides. And this is also an area where no hardware should go in. And when I look at this gauge here, then I will meet this this area, and this is something that doesn't work. Yeah, you can see it here. There is also more space, so I have to change a little bit here in this area of the panel. So let's make a guideline of 10 millimeters, and for being sure, I always leave, I think, 12 millimeters space. So I will bring this to 12, and this here will go to 144 minus 12 there. So this is the area where I can build in hardware. Wow, so the gauge has to move a lot to the side. Ooh. Okay. Sure. Let's move it. I like to move it. No, come on. 12. Oh, this looks more like the origin. Yeah, there's something you can see here. This circle goes right here to this corner, and here you can see this PEG font is written directly in this 10 millimeter no-go area for me. So this backlighting isn't possible for me. A little bit light can come in there, but not too much. So we have to work still a little bit on the top panel. When it comes to gauges, I can open, for example, the fuel gauge. The fuel gauge here, where we have it, fuel panel, gauge top, there. This is how I built these 50 millimeter gauges, and there is an outer frame, and we have to keep this in mind, and this is 56 millimeters. So we will insert a dummy here to check if we have enough space here. Where it is, the hairline. 56 by 56. Okay. Bring this in the middle. No, not the edge here, the middle. Ah. Is this right? Grid. Center. Let's deactivate the grid. So this doesn't look right. I want to be in the center of this circle. Now I am. Okay. Okay. You can see where is this outer line of this gauge here. 11 millimeters. This is 1 millimeter to the frame. This is not enough. When there is one screw sticking out, no, I can't risk this. So I want this to be at a 12 millimeter distance, and so this gauge rings here have to move also. Oh, come on, a little bit to the inside where it is. Is it? Yeah, there it is. 1 millimeter, so it's 13, right? Yeah. There it should be. So we have to update our line here. Sorry for that. We should have been aware of this fact earlier, and now we run into trouble. So the rotary switch comes also more to the right, and so will come this switch. And I said it was right where it is. Ooh, this will become interesting. Okay. So we will move this. How much? I think 12 millimeters. How can we do this now? Huh? Where it is here. There. 12. We can't do this 12 millimeters. I think with the help of a guideline. So this guideline will move over 13 millimeters. It is 13 there, and another point is here, I think. So, and this must also be moved to the right by 13 millimeters. And now we can move this all. I hope this works. I don't know. So let's make another guideline so that we keep the height there, and there's a knot there. Okay. Where we start. This knot here. It goes. Okay, it doesn't snap to the guideline. Ah, there. Oh, there it is. There. There. And this one goes up here, and now we can connect these corners, I think, here. Jet, combine. Oh, they aren't. No, not this. This. Or? Yeah, okay. Does this look right? don't think so. No, this doesn't look right here on this side. What happened here? What have we said? Have we said 1.5 millimeter distance or 2? Have we said 2? No, 1.5, right? Oh, let's reverse this live stream and say what have we taken as a distance between these two here. There we are on the quadrant and at plus 1.5. Maybe this can be right. Zip, there. There. What is this distance here? No, not this one. To the quadrant. Where the quadrant? There. Let's see this right here. 39.35. 31 point. I think we take the 1.5. So, and it doesn't look right to me. Maybe we have to draw this circle new. Yep. I fear this. Okay. Ooh. Okay, then we'll make a copy of this circle here. Is this a circle? There. Copy. And instead of 56, we'll add 59. Yeah, this wasn't a circle. Okay. This is a rectangle. Okay, let's can we deactivate this? Yeah. Okay. And this here. So copy. This is locked. So again, operation cannot be completed. The active layer is locked or invisible. Aha, okay, because it isn't the active layer. So now 54. Okay, and now 57. Yeah, but please to all directions. Yes, this is the shape I want to have. So, and now we have to go a little bit deeper here. Yeah, okay. We have to make this new. There's a quadrant, okay. And there's this quadrant. So now this is the corner we will keep, and we will change this line here. This we will delete. Go up. Keep straight. Make another guideline here. At 0. And now we can snap it to the intersection of these two guidelines. Tuck. and draw another line here up to the quadrant. There. And now combine. Oh, they are already combined, okay. And combine this and, are we there? I don't think this works. Oh. Where is this curve? Ah, this is a curve. And this one, and can't I? Okay, I can't mark them both. Okay, because it isn't a curve. That's it. Object convert to curves. So like this, and now finally combine. Oh, now it's getting crazy. So, and combine these. Tuck. And draw another line from here to there. And combine them. Object combine and yeah, okay. So like this. Ooh, and we have corrected this. Yeah. Now here we have the new shape. The gauge is out of danger of the outer this MDF plate of the overhead frame. Yeah, and so we can keep this. Oh, now we have to take out, I think, our frame here for this switch here to look if it is still not in trouble. What was it? I think, who remembers? 15 by 32, I think. Let's look at the backlight panel. Fuel panel backlight here. 15 by 32. You should have said it to me. 15 by 32. And bring this to the center here. Yeah, it is in trouble with this how can I say this, the back plate here of this gauge. Let's this is not too good. We can, yeah, okay. When I first try, when we compare this to the original here, you can see this cont cap is a little bit, here's a little bit more space to this auto font, and this isn't here in the original panel, so we can move them down a little bit here. So come nearer here. And yeah, and this is something you will face when you are working on panels. You have to rework and rework it again. and it don't become easier, because the more you have made and drawn at this panel, the more work it is to recreate something or modify something. So that's what I searched for. Oh, this looks better, right? A little bit deeper. Okay. Maybe 49, like this. So now let's see if we have got more room for this switch here. It can come just up here. Wow. Yeah, let's bring this down here up to there. Wow. Yeah, this can fit. Whew. Okay. Okay. So now we have to move this rotary switch more to the right. So let's compare this here again to the original one. We have to gain some more space here between this line that we don't even see anymore. We have to get rid of some guidelines now. Nope. Away and away. So better. So we have to gain some space here for these letters and bring the circle over there, I think 10 millimeters away from this corner here. By the way, what is here with this line? It has moved. Oh, okay. Why did it so? Okay, everything looks right here. There is one gap here. So, better. Okay. So, and now the whole thing here can move over. First these fonts here. They are like this here at the right, and this font has to move way more over here. Something like this. And now this switch has to move. How can we achieve this? There. Yeah. Oh. One part is missing. This one. Get them over here. I think up to there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we have this. So now I think now we have a good point where we can say this is our front panel. There are still some things missing. Some connection hose for the panels, and yeah, and some fonts, and not the mounting hose for this gauge. The gauge is mounted on the middle panel. Okay, no, but I think not to drive here in too late now. Let's look at the middle and bottom panel so that you get a sense of how this can be done. Make another file with the same dimensions as we have used before. So let's get rid of this fuel gauge. No wing anti-ice. So the middle panel. So let's explain this on the big picture here. The middle panel has the full outline of this panel. There are no cutouts like in the top panel. It's just the full outline. And so it is also the bottom panel. And this is what we are doing. And we can copy all the cutouts we have made on this panel. So the rotary switch, the potentiometers, the annunciator and the switch, and the gauge cutout, and just modify the sizes. And I will show this to you here now. So let's mark these holes here. Don't make a wrong click. Whoop. Whoop. Let's make only these. Whoop. There we have them. And when I insert them here, because the files have the same outline sizes, the document size, they are placed at the same position. And this is very helpful. Now we are missing the gauge. Is it the gauge? Where is the gauge? Oh, this is why you should name the layers. So there it is. So let's save it. Save file, save as. Save as air conditioning panel middle. And now for the middle sections, these here are a little bit smaller. I have said this earlier in this live stream. Here we have now, I said it, but I don't remember. 22 by 9. 22 by 9. So this is what I do with all of these here. And the positioning of these cutouts is something you should control again and again before you cut out your panel on your CNC or the laser. I don't know how often it has happened to me. I cut out this panel and it was moved by a millimeter, 1.5 millimeter, and this is so unnecessary, but it happens. And you take these 3 layers after my CNC router has cut out in half an hour in 0.4 millimeter passes these panels, and I lay them over and see, oh damn. You can imagine this. Yeah, now with a laser cutter I see this damn results faster, but still an unnecessary waste of material. So, but back to the cutouts here. So we have modified the annunciator cutouts, and now the switch cutout in the middle is bigger. So 17. Let's make this like this. 17. Why 17? I've said this before, because the switch has a shaft of 12 millimeters, but then there comes this nut that fixes the switch to the panel, to the bottom panel, and this has an outside diameter of 17 millimeters, maybe a little bit less, but to stay clear I use these 17 millimeters, and this is yeah, it is covering this nut. For this rotary switch I use also the 17 millimeters because they are also secured with a nut, and so are these 10K potentiometers. 17 and 17. The gauge cutout stays the same. 50, I think. No? Yeah, 50. Stays the same. So now we need to add screw holes. Screw holes to mount this this panel to the overhead frame. And I have come out with a solution that worked, not a solution, a positioning that worked for me best. These are, let's look a little bit to another panel. It makes it much more easier. Let's have a look at the fuel panel. Fuel panel. Is this the middle? Middle. Fuel panel, where is the middle? Who sees this? Fuel panel. Ball. Where is the middle? Backplate middle. Ah, there. Here we are. These holes. These are 4 millimeter holes and are positioned 5 millimeters away from the outline and 10 millimeter to the inside. I will show this to you here. Let's copy this. Middle panel, there. It is 5 millimeter from the outline, 10 from the bottom. Yes, we can, my mouse, already color these lines red. Where's the color? Can't I give this a color? I don't know. Okay. Oh, now my mouse won't work here. Isn't it? Ah, here, outline color. Show it to me, outline. There it is. Okay, and I can't change the outline color for more? Oh. There. Ah, okay. Because they are mixed up. Okay. Can I now do this? Yes. So why am I coloring them red? Because I will cut out this with a laser later, and red is automatically recognized as a cut, not as an engraving. That's all behind this. So let's make a copy. I know you can also make this with a mirroring function. Yes. So what do we have? 150 minus 10, 140. There it is, and 5 to the inside. So when you are faster with a mirroring option, then use this. I just don't want to search for it now. So this here is at the position 75, 75, and 144 of width, 44 minus 5 to the inside. There it should be. Okay. Now this panel could already be mounted to the overhead frame, but these two panels have to be mounted to each other, and especially the gauge has to be mounted in here. I think we'll come to this later, just to cover all these topics here. Make a new file and design the bottom plate. And we can, where am I? Here. Now, this. Mark everything, copy, and paste it in here. And we have nearly everything we need here. And in the bottom plate, these holes are a little bit smaller again. The annunciator holes have the same size, but these switch holes here have a size of, let's look, also 12 millimeters diameter, not size. You know what I mean. Oh, the mouse isn't working. I will have to switch over to another, I think. I just used this one because click sound is very silent. 12, yeah, everything has 12 millimeters. Don't change the position. And the 50 millimeter cutout here. And so we are already finished this. We have already finished this bottom panel. Let's save it. Save as not the view panel, air conditioning panel, bottom. Yes. So who wants backlighting? Backlighting is also a step in the panel making. There are different ways of backlighting a panel. I have said this when I made the video about it. I think when I made my the flight and the navigation panel, I explained this. You can there are builders who are just bringing a plate behind their whole overhead, laminating it with LEDs, and then throw light to all the panels of the overhead. This is a possible way, and I think it's a compromise between work and good lighting. Light can come everywhere. There can be some areas that aren't lighted up really well because there is some hardware in the way. Yes, but with a little bit of work you can get a good result. I want to try to bring the light there where it is needed. Sorry, where it will be needed. This can be achieved by making a special PCB with dedicated LEDs behind. Here you can see this behind every text. Then here and here there would sit some small LEDs. This is how I think how the real cockpit panels are made. But this is not this is much work, and you have to solder every LED separately. Yeah, it wasn't the way I have chosen. So instead of making this, I want to bring LED stripes in there and bring the LED stripes onto special HDF board or MDF board, what you want to use, a 3mm HDF board. It's a little bit harder than MDF. These backwalls from cabinets, if you know what I mean. And I just want to make some clear cutouts to this panel so that it doesn't collide with the gauge or switches, annunciators, something like this. And on that, on the rest of the panel, after cutting out, I can place the LED stripes. And most of the time, this works really well. The advantage of this is that the backlighting is combined with the panel and builds one unit with it. And when I move out this panel, I also move out the backlighting and can make some maintenance on it. Yeah, and I come out with a dedicated cable that leads to the backlighting of this panel, and I can use it and connect it to my power supply. I don't know if this is a real advantage, but I have said I want to keep the whole panel modular, and everything that belongs to the panel should be in some way be connected to this panel, and so will the backlighting be. So enough explanation, let's make the backlighting panel. A new file with the same dimension, not the same dimension. And here is, this is dangerous because this backlighting panel doesn't sit on top of the overhead frame. You have to think of here, I have said this before, here 10 millimeters and 10 millimeters here is this no-go area where the MDF frame goes, and there sits there the panel is screwed onto the frame. The backlighting panel will sit on 50mm hex standoffs between these two overhead frame parts. So it has to be smaller than this panel here. And I have said I want to make it 12mm smaller on each side, so 24mm in a whole. So this means the height will stay the same. This has worked out good. When you come out to some panels that are at the top of the overhead, I think there's free space. The bottom is the problem. There you should make 1 or 2 millimeters less. But in the middle panel, this is no problem. So the height will be the same, but the width will be 144 minus 24 is 120, I think. Yeah, it is. You would correct me if I'm wrong, I hope. So, and now you can again copy all, nearly all, not, you don't need these mounting holes there. Copy these holes here and bring them in. So now we see where these holes would, where the hardware would be. So, and now I have to add some spacers. So and I have some values found out during my panel building time that worked out well. 15 by 32 millimeters is a good space for a switch. The big switches, I'm using these big switches. There are these small switches. For these you would need less space, but I don't think you should use these because they aren't looking and feeling as good as a big one. So this is the space for the switch. For the annunciators, let's have a look here in the backlighting panel. Open, where is my another backlighting panel? We need a backlighting panel for, again, for rotary switches. Where do we have a rotary switch? Here in the here in the bus power source panel. Yep, there we can backlight. There it is. So here we have it. 19 millimeters is a good spacer for all these rotary switches. This here is the rotary switch. There. I just could have changed this. I will delete them anyway. For these potentiometers, I don't have really the experience. I would have to get out this and measure it. I think I can do this. One moment. So there we are back. So really the first time I used these potentiometers, I will use it, I think. And this is, can you see this? Where is my string there? You can see this. There is this bottom. And I think when it is mounted in 15 millimeters of space, so to reach all these areas I should leave a little bit more space. So a width of, let's say 21 millimeters by when I bend them up I can use a little bit less. Come on, 30. Let's make 30 and we are safe. 21 by 30. There we have this. Come on. 30 by 21. And of course, not centered. So from the center, I think we will need 10 or 11. So the center is 11 from this edge here. So how do we arrange this? This one sits at 17. So the edge is 17, 11. Yeah, like this. Okay. Copy and I thought I have copied this and inserted. Copy and insert. There, and another one. And we have to arrange them again. Can I just bring it to the other side? Maybe I have to think of this. So this one is at 66. Is it? Moment. Not. That wasn't the middle one. There, 60. Okay. And we need this by 11 is 71. There. And this here is at 102.71. This sounds wrong to me. I think there has something has moved there. This is one point where I say we have to look at the other panels, but this is something I will have to do for me, for my own here. Let's assume now it's 102, and we'll say here 102 plus 11. So this would be the cutoff for these potentiometers. Yeah, and for this gauge here, we don't need here an extra cutoff. We just draw a line here. So where will this gauge be? I have said 56 by 56 will be the outline of this gauge. So here we can see we nearly can cut here at this line up there. Let's make this with some guidelines here. Let's keep 2 millimeters away, I think. Hairline, so this is 56. Okay, and this has to be at 58 there. And the bottom here is at 92 point. This is also something that seems not true, right? Let's see. And -2 there. Okay. So is the snapping to guidelines activated? Yes, this. Another guideline 0. So I can draw my first line here. Deck. And so line 150, there should be this guideline. And here, and to the knot. Yes, that's it. and a guideline at the right edge. I don't know if there is an option like making curves out of the document grid. That would be helpful now here in this at this moment. Not to intersection there, and here, come on, whoop, not, and up there. Yes, so let's make a hairline out of this all here. Can we mark them all together? Hairline, yes, that worked. And combine these curves here. Are they still? Yeah, okay, there. Let's combine them. Combined, and now we can move them to the knots so they connect right to each other. Oop. There. No, come on. There. Oh, this edge is already connected. Good. This too. Okay. Though we can get rid of this here, this gauge circle. And voila, we have it. All guidelines have to be deleted. And save it. Save as. Air conditioning panel backlight. So, and believe it or not, this is your backlight panel. Still not able to be mounted to your panel because there are some last holes missing, and to this topic I will come now. But when you still have to remove these inside cutouts, of course, and then you can use it. One moment, did I miss something? The annunciators, I think power source is the power source. There we don't have it. We have to go to the bus panel, I think. The cutouts for the annunciators. Here, I have it. 25 by 12. Yes. This is it. We just changed them here. From the middle, 25 by 12. So we have to make these a little bit bigger, but then we have it. 25 by 12. 25 by 12. So now we have it saved. Okay. These are the cutouts you will need so that your hardware doesn't collide with your backlight panel. Well, and now we come to the mounting screws. I show this to you on the big one. This will be a little bit, this will differ a little bit from, can you see? So, yeah, okay, you can see this. This will differ a little bit from the original panel. You can see these screws here, this and this here, this and this here. These are all mounting screws that bring the panels together. So when you remove this, you can separate the top panel from the middle and the bottom panel. Or with these screws here, I think you can remove the gauge. But at this position here, again, they are in this 10mm no-go area where I don't want to have any other hardware than the screws that mount the panel to the overhead. So here they can't be. And now I go away a little bit from the original. I bring them to 60mm from the outside here, and there I have the space, yeah, where I drill through all the 3 panels. They are connected, and behind this there comes this 50mm hex standoff, and onto this hex standoff there will the backlighting panel be mounted on later, and so it won't collide with any other hardware. Where we should do this on the top panel, because we don't want to interfere with any font here. So 16mm from the left here first. 16, make a guideline. So this is a line where we can set these screws. We can set this also at any other place. I have done this at the power source panel. On this white power source panel, I have set the upper 2 here and the other one like here in this the area. Let's see. Make the other guideline here. What do we have? 144. 144 minus 16. There's the other one. So let's have a look. Compared, I bring this over to the other screen. So compared to the original panel, I think somewhere here we can add this. We haven't finished this labeling here, then we could say this, but I think this could be a good place to place one, and here must be one. These will be 3mm screws, and I will use 3.5mm diameter hose, just to get a little bit the possibility of wiggling the panels in place a little bit. So hairline again, and 3.5mm. Oh, such a sweet hole. So somewhere here. And I think when I get this over here for you, we really meet the original right well. So this is one, another one somewhere here. Guys, we won't finish the panel completely at 100% at the end of this stream, but I think you all, and really, who have followed this stream the whole time now, my respect for you. You have the knowledge to create your own panel now from now on. So these 2 here, and I think 2 other ones here and there, and then the panel should already be stable. So here, maybe. I think we should add one lower here. Not an easy decision. So these should be on the same height later. Yes. On the original panel, they have set them here. Of course, that's a good place. There, and here, and they have one here. Yeah. Oops, I bring this over again. On the original panel, they are sitting here and there. Ah, I have a place. What about here? Here and there. And now here at the bottom, we don't need to leave the 16 millimeters. Here we can get can come nearer to this edge. I think these 10 millimeters from the bottom is good. 10, and here also the 10, and now we can align them a little bit better between these two here. We can do this. Calculate the distance between these two here. So this is this value here. I input in my calculator, and the other edge here. This edge here is at minus this. This is a distance of 8.327 and something. Let's divide this by 2. 4.1, nearly 4.2. Come on. So this here. Copy. Nah. There. 4.164 exactly. There we are. And now this here, the left. Copy. Minus 4.164. Ah, okay. There. This pivot point minus 4.164. There we are. So these holes are good. Should I invest six of them? I'm thinking about not doing these two here. I think it is enough. The panels are pressed together by are they pressed together good? Not the top panel. Yeah, I have to invest these. Otherwise, there could come a gap between these two panels. Maybe. So where should this be? I think we should try 10 millimeter from this edge here. So what is this edge here? Here we have the value, and now insert it as the Y value. Yeah, of course, minus 10. minus, not multiplied. There. And no, let's make a round. It's better to use round, mostly round values, because you can control them better. 81.5. So at this here, 81.5 there. Oh, these are there. So these two I have to arrange a little bit later when I'm done with these fonts here. But these holes here you can already copy and insert them, hold on, to the middle panel. There they are. And to the, that's the fuel panel, air conditioning, bottom panel. And they are at the place where we need them. Save a little bit, save and save. Yeah, guys. What should I say more here? What have we here in the chat? VT, very hard work. Yes, you can say this. Very hard work. Rich Kapoor, hello. Good to have to hear you on the stream here. VT, Michael, do you use Mach 3 for your CNC? No, I'm not. I'm using SLCam. I have made a video about this in my when I've built my Solidus CNC router, and I then showed I presented the program SLCam, and I find this very easy to use for me. I think when you look at Mach 3, it sometimes comes with really much parameters. I think it's also easy when you know how to use it, but SLCam was really easy to learn, especially for a beginner like me in this CNC topic. And yes, it worked good. For the laser, by the way, I have used a little bit ArtWorks. I think most of you who have bought these Chinese eBay lasers have started with ArtWorks. Now I think I'm switching over to Lightburn. Maybe let's see, because there are some things in ArtWorks for especially saving on my network storage here that wasn't possible. I can't. It can't see my network device, not devices, the storage, the network, the storage, what is integrated in my network. ArtWorks isn't able to write to this. I think it's that shouldn't be a problem for a modern program. Okay, and Lightburn can do this. Yeah, so this is a little bit about CNC software. So, should we, it's really late now, should we go to making gauges really? I think not in this episode. I think I can make another live stream. I think we should cut this here. And make a special live stream if you want this about making a gauge. I have a video about how this gauge is built, and I think you can imagine how this is done, but I can make another live stream of this, I think. Let's save some content for the future. Okay, but for this moment here, what have we done? Let's make a conclusion for us and all of you who came in later. Roberto Daniels D'Agostino. Hello. Hello to Argentina. Again, let's make a conclusion for all of you. What have we done here? We have done today the top panel from scratch. We have looked to the picture of the original panel and tried to arrange all the elements as good as we could. We ran into some problems here. Remember, Patrick has said this here. This switch came too near to the annunciators. We have solved this, and I think solved this so that it looks nearly like the original one. We have made the middle panel and middle and bottom panel, and this was nearly just copy and paste of the positions of the switches. The middle panel cutouts are a little bit bigger, like the top panel cutouts, with one exception, and these are these annunciators here. Oh, by the way, what I see here, we have really forgotten to draw a shape here around this, because we want to cut out this too. Let's bring this to a 0 and 0, and the width is like the document, where is it? 144 by 150, 144 by 50. Okay, here, my fault. 4 by 450. Okay, so yeah, of course, this is a rectangle you have to cut out too, because otherwise you only would cut some holes in a big acrylic plate. The middle panel and the bottom panel, I will add this shape later. I think you can imagine. So, and we have made this bottom panel with all the cutouts. Something that is still missing are these mounting holes for the gauge. I think I will come to this when I make a live stream about making gauges. But for all of you who have followed this, I think you know what has to be done. Just cut out here some other 3.5 millimeter holes to mount this gauge, and just 2 of them. I make them, I think, at these corners or this one. I always forget. At this one. Here and here will be another hole, two holes to connect to mount the gauge to the panels, and the other one here and here won't be in the panel. These are only in the gauge, because then the upper plate of the gauge keeps mounted to the gauge when I remove it. So every gauge is just mounted with 2 screws here and here. I think you can come on. I show this again to you. Fuel panel gauge, where is it? Fuel panel gauge top. Here you can see the 4 holes in the top plate of the gauge, and these 2 here are just internal holes for mounting this top plate to the hex standoffs of the gauge, and these are the holes that will also be transferred to the panels, the middle and the bottom panel in this case, not the upper panel of the gauge, of the panel. Oh my god, it's getting late. So, and we have done a backlighting panel, and with all the spacers, and here in the backlighting panel, I think you can you get the sense of it. We have to transfer these mounting holes here too to the backlighting panel. not this backlighting, this here. This is where the hex standoffs will be screwed to this backlighting panel to mount it to the other panel sandwiches. So, guys, thank you for all being here. I think most of the time, many people were here. We always had some here, not too much questions in the chat, but I had to work here. It was great for me to make such a long live stream here, and I think from the technical view here, everything went fine. So thank you. Let's go to the total here. So thank you to all that have been here. Have a good night, or whatever time it is here when you are watching this live stream. We'll come out with a new video soon about a dual needle gauge. I can say so far. So thanks for being here, and I hope we see us soon back on the Flightdeck.